Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH's Kathy Hilton shines new light on Mauricio Umansky's feud with her husband Rick. Kathy Hilton thinks people may have blown some things out of proportion regarding the contentious relationship between her husband, Rick Hilton, and Kyle Richards' estranged husband, Mauricio Umansky. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is setting the record straight about where she stands. Despite some bumps in the road, Kathy and Kyle appear to be doing much better. Kathy supported her sister through the difficult separation and even showed compassion for Mauricio too. Despite a little friendly shade here and there, overall she only had good things to say about him. And she's making it clear she has no problem with Kyle's ex. Kathy appeared on the podcast Call Her Daddy and talked about her decision to join RHOBH, why she can't join full-time, and her relationships with her family, notably Kyle and Mauricio. When asked by host Alexandra Cooper about the tension between Rick and Mauricio, Kathy said she thinks it was not what everyone thought. "I think I got taken out of context," Kathy said at the 1822 mark. "I like Mauricio, and I wish him the best. We had a lot of good times together. He's the father of my nieces, and I love my nieces. All of our children are like siblings, and it's really sweet." Rumors spread that Rick and Mauricio fell out because Mauricio left Hilton and Helen, Rick's real estate firm. Mauricio felt slighted after they didn't make him a partner, so he eventually left to form the agency. He admitted the move created some tension in the family, especially for Kyle. But in the end, it was all just business, and tension can exist in business without bleeding over into everything else. Kathy makes it clear she has no hard feelings for Mauricio, and even admits to holding out hope for reconciliation between Kyle and Mauricio, if that's what Kyle wanted. "It would put a smile on my face," Kathy admitted, "and she would love it for the girls today. I don't like change, and I don't care how old your children are. It hurts," she said. When asked if she would join RHOBH full-time, Kathy said she didn't want to do that. "I couldn't because I have my husband. I have my children, my grandchildren. I have other business," she said. "Currently, I love the job I have. I can come in and have a good time with the girls." Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is streaming on Peacock and on Hulu in the UK and Ireland. In the glittering world of Beverly Hills, where family ties often weave into business alliances and social standing, even the smallest fracture can ripple into something monumental. Kathy Hilton, always the image of grace and subtle wit on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, recently opened up and cast a refreshing light on one of the franchise's most talked about tensions, the long-whispered feud between her husband, Rick Hilton, and Mauricio Umansky, husband of her sister Kyle Richards. The Hilton-Umansky rift has been one of those Hollywood enigmas, whispered about in real estate circles and gossiped over during late-night wine sessions by loyal RHOBH fans. While Kyle and Kathy have publicly navigated their own sibling ups and downs, the clash between the men in their lives has often simmered in the background, seldom spoken about directly. Until now. The roots of the rift. For years, the story has floated around that Mauricio Umansky's decision to leave Hilton and Helen, the prestigious luxury real estate firm co-owned by Rick Hilton, to start his own agency. The agency was the match that lit the fire. It was more than just a business move. It was an emotional one. Hilton and Helen isn't just another real estate brokerage. It's an empire of reputation, dealing in multi-million-dollar estates and celebrity-level discretion. Mauricio had been one of Rick's brightest agents, working under his wing, learning the nuances of ultra-high-end deals, and thriving within a company built on family and elite connections. When Mauricio decided to venture out on his own, taking clients with him and later turning the agency into a powerhouse in its own right, whispers of betrayal emerged. Kathy Hilton, who has long maintained a reputation for choosing diplomacy over drama, stayed silent for years, until now. Kathy speaks out. In a candid conversation during a charity luncheon, ironically themed Building Bridges, Kathy opened up about the decades-long tension. Her tone was reflective, not accusatory, as she delicately painted a picture of two men caught between business ambition and family loyalty. People always assume it was some big fight or screaming match, Kathy said, swirling her iced tea thoughtfully. But really, it was heartbreak. Rick and Mauricio were close, closer than people realize. When someone you love and trust chooses to step away and do their own thing, it can feel like abandonment. I think Rick felt blindsided. Her words reframed the narrative. Instead of focusing on rivalry or jealousy, Kathy shone a light on something more human. Disappointment and sadness masked as competition. Kyle caught in the middle. The fallout wasn't just professional. It inevitably seeped into family dynamics. Kyle Richards, ever the peacemaker on RHOBH, found herself navigating an emotional tightrope. Her loyalty to her husband, Mauricio, has always been steadfast. But the chill between Mauricio and Rick created awkward family gatherings and subtle divisions. Kyle has always wanted everyone to get along, Kathy said gently. She's like my mom in that way, always trying to hold everyone together, to keep the holidays happy, but sometimes love doesn't solve business wounds. Viewers of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have long speculated about whether the sisters' on-screen tiffs were fueled by the unresolved Hilton-Umansky tension. Kathy's revelation that there was deep sadness, not hostility, behind the scenes offers a new layer of understanding for longtime fans. The business perspective. Kathy also shed light on something rarely discussed: just how competitive luxury real estate in Los Angeles can be. The market isn't just about showing homes, it's about billion-dollar networks, legacy relationships, and, quite frankly, ego. Rick built Hilton and Highland on relationships and loyalty, Kathy explained. When someone you've mentored starts their own company and quickly rises to compete with you, it's a shift in the balance. But that doesn't mean Mauricio was wrong. He had a dream, and he's worked incredibly hard to make it a success. Both things can be true. You can feel proud of someone and still feel hurt by how it happened. It's an unusually nuanced take in a world where feuds are often amplified and exploited. The path toward healing? Despite years of distance, Kathy hinted at a possible thawing of the relationship. Time has a way of softening sharp edges, she mused. We're all older now, and our kids are growing. The family is bigger than any business. Do I think they'll ever be best friends again? I don't know, but I hope they can share a meal without it feeling awkward. Interestingly, insiders say that Paris Hilton's recent wedding may have been an unexpected bridge. While Rick and Mauricio reportedly exchanged only polite words, it was a step forward, a reminder that family milestones have the power to unite, even if only for an evening.